Okay, so next we are going to see about the hash function. So hash function is basically it converts the plain text into the hash value, or we can call it as digest. So digest is nothing but the message digest. So in short form, I can call it as MD. Okay, so processing the input algorithm called as the hash function. So the sender will generate the MD, and it will send this message digest along with the message to the recipient side. So the recipient side will receive the message digest along with that message. So hash is nothing but it's a one-way function. It's very hard to retrieve the input. So many website, the password, one-time password has been used using this hash function algorithm only. Okay, they cannot retrieve the input. So basically in e-commerce website, that whatever you purchase in the online, if you see the receipt called if you purchase anything from Walmart, so you will see on the receipt like a transaction ID. So that's a hash value, transaction ID. So that's the hash value. So for the recipients which receives the message digest along with that message, for two reasons. The recipients compute this MD from the message. So he will keep this received message aside, and he will try to retrieve MD from this received message, and he will compare both MD. So both MD, if both MD matches, so now the recipient will keep the message. Okay, so this MD can be used to implement digital signature. Okay, so why he compares this MD after retrieving from this message, why he compares this MD with this MD means, so in order to make sure the sender to confirm non-reputation, and also it ensures the authentication also. Okay, so now we are going to see about the digital signature. Digital signature is nothing but it ensures the recipient message truly came from the client sender. So digital signature is nothing but it ensures so truly came from, so therefore that's the authentication. And so this ensures the authentication. It ensures the received message was not altered. So this is the integrity of that message. So here's a basic block diagram. So if Alice want to send a message to Bob means, so first he will generate the MD. So he will generate this MD. So the message using the hash function algorithm, so he will generate this MD. Along with this MD, the digital signature will be appended and then sent to the receiver. So Alice now generated MD, and along with the digital signature he used to send into the insecure channel. On the receiver side, Bob, so he will receive message separately, and as well the message digest along with that digital signature. So from this message, so he will compute, try to retrieve the message digest using this hash function algorithm. Okay, so this MD and this MD both, if matches, he will keep the message or he will discard. So keeping this message is confirms, ensures the, so it is not been altered, that is a integrity check, and then authentication also checked. But if there's any if there's any mismatch between these two MD, then the receiver will identify that, so some attacker has been attacked this message, so now the data has been altered, like that. Okay, so next we are going to see about the digital signatures, how the digital signature happens. So first, user and public user public key along with that user identity. So using this hash function algorithm, so we are generating the hash code. So this hash code will be encrypted using the certificate authority private key. So this certificate authority, if you see in a web browser, okay, if you see in a web browser, if you type www.google.com, so on the side, or if you type like amazon.com, on the side you will see on e-commerce website there's a lock key. So if you press the lock key, it will pop up a window. In that window it will say the trusted company. There are some trusted company called as a certified authority. So if you are creating a website, so you need to host. So if you are trying to do business online, the e-commerce transaction, so you have to register in their website, certificate authority website. You have to register and you have to pay some amount in order to getting a registration for this digital signature. Okay, so it will say like a Neo Trust LCC or even Google LCC, something like that. You will find out. So that's the CA authority which it gives the certificate to your website. So why we are encrypting this private key along with this digital signature means, so once the certified signed message has been received by the receiver, he used to verify with the root CA department, uh, using their public key. They will decrypt this private key. So only if they found out the private key, now they can verify this certificate. Okay, so now you understand